Alright, sure, Sonic Forces isn't the best Sonic game, but in today's video, I'd like to talk about my experience with the game. I know in the past I've slandered and said that Forces is my least favourite Sonic game, but then I decided to give in and pick it up in March this year. When I first started playing the game, I went into it with an open mind and I actually enjoyed it. I will admit, I'm not a fan of the story. I think it's very cliche in terms of having Eggman take over for a while and then have Sonic come back to save the day. Like, it just feels that has been overdone in most video games. As some of you already know, actually, I'm sure all of you that are watching this know, but I am a huge Silver the Hedgehog fan, and I was pretty disappointed that he didn't get his own stage in this game. There is, however, a fan mod of the stage of the game when Sonic faces off Infinite for the first time, but instead of it being Sonic, it's remodeled to be Silver instead. And honestly, I kind of think that fits more than having Sonic be the one to first fight Infinite. One thing that I definitely like from the game is the custom character creator. Sure, it is limited in what things you can add to your character. Like, for example, my OC has a tuft of fur in between his ears, and you can't add that to your character in Forces. However, the OC creator is definitely one of my favourite things from Forces. I think everyone in the Sonic community agrees when this is said, but Infinite had a wasted potential. Infinite could have been one of the coolest villains. Arguably, the coolest villain since Dark Gaia, or Mephiles the Dark. I do think it is pretty unfortunate how Infinite turned out, because the beginning of his arc actually seems pretty interesting, but I guess it just turned out to be one of those basic villain arcs. I mean, that's not to say Infinite wasn't an interesting character though. I feel if they were to rewrite Forces and give Infinite an entirely different story arc, he could live up to that potential that we should have seen in 2017. I understand that people do dislike Forces, and like I say, I do understand why, but I feel like it's overhated. Don't get me wrong, the Tails cutscene with Chaos, yes, it annoys the living hell out of me, but I can live with it. I mean, it is a cutscene at the end of the day, and Sonic Movie 2 did Tails justice anyway, and sure, even if the story isn't that good, at least it is something to tide you over until the next big Sonic game releases. That pretty much wraps it up for today's video. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for future content. Also, don't forget to join the community Discord to be up to date with stuff that I'm doing. There's a bunch of really cool people in that server and I'm sure you'll have fun talking to me and them. And with that being said, keep on speeding and have an absolutely fantastic day.